Hello everyone, my name is Marie Hills, and the topic I'll be discussing with you today is virtual reality in schools. I'll talk about some benefits of virtual reality and also some practical applications that you can use in your classroom. So, from the research that I've done on virtual reality that was compiled from research over the past 2 decades, it has been discovered that virtual reality provides a deeper experiential learning of content for students. Some areas this has been applied are communication and language skills. For example, there are applications where students can interact with other entities or avatars and practice their communication skills. There are programs where students can view visualizations of mathematical concepts for better understanding. Virtual reality provides opportunities that would not otherwise be accessible where there is not a person that has expertise in that knowledge area, or in a way that it can facilitate field trips that would not be logistically feasible or financially so. And in general, virtual reality is known for its unique three-dimensional visual expression and its interactionism and immersion that some versions of virtual reality offer. So this is the virtual reality headset that I use and that we'll be talking about with the apps that follow. This was gifted to me, but I'll talk on the next page about some ways that you can get your own. So this is the standard Google Cardboard headset. It's usually about $15. Its majority is made of cardboard, but there are 2 plastic lenses that create the three-dimensional effect. You open this up, and I put my iPhone 5S in here, but you can use it with other devices as well, and they make different sizes for different devices. Once you close that up, Velcro it shut, this small silver button acts as, when you tap that button, the device screen responds as though you've tapped the screen. So that is a way that you can navigate the apps without taking the device out of the cardboard each time you want to change something. And how you initially set up your device with the headset is you scan this QR code there on the side. So the headset that I have is called the D-Scope Pro V2, but it looks identical to the Google Cardboard brand headset, which is available for $15, and then the cheapest Google Cardboard compatible headset is available for $5. And in my resources handout, I have links to all of these headsets and more. There are apps available compatible with Google Cardboard through both the App Store and Google Play, and the headset is compatible with iPhones, Androids, and iPod Touches. So if you were looking to establish a set of these for your class, the most feasible way that I would choose to do so is to purchase some used iPod Touches and have a set of maybe 10 of those for the class to use with the Google Cardboard headsets as well. And I also have links to places where you can get refurbished iPod Touches. So the first app that you'll start out with Cardboard is the actual Google Cardboard app. So when you open it up, it has a few seconds of an introduction where you look at a little wolf and then you fly with a bird. But once you get to the main menu, as you see here, there are a few different options. You can have a tutorial which will explain to you how to navigate Cardboard. I found that wasn't necessary because it's pretty self-explanatory, and I will also explain it to you. So as you rotate the viewfinder that is in your hands, this little white circle that you can kind of see there will change your focus, and then to select something, you click the small metal button that I talked about earlier. So on the menu, there's the tutorial, there's Explore, which takes you to different scenery, the Exhibit, which focuses on a cultural or art or museum exhibit, Urban Hikes, which takes you through cities, Kaleidoscope, which is pretty simple. It basically looks like an actual kaleidoscope, but it's virtual. And then my favorite, which was Arctic Journey, so I'll talk to you about Arctic Journey now. So when you select Arctic Journey, it brings up this small menu Fly takes you with a bird. Play, you get to play with the little fox. Learn is the one I selected that you see here. Create, you can manipulate some of the things in this scene, and then relax, you just look around the scene. So when you select learn, the scenery doesn't change immediately, but it gives you this small white circle. So when you focus that circle, when you direct your viewfinder, and then you click on an object that the circle appears around, it will give you information. So it gives you the name of the flora or fauna and an actual photo of it, and then you can turn around. Physically, you're rotating your body in a 360-degree circle, and then you can select the little Arctic fox. You see about that guy. My favorite of this part was the bird that has a fish in its mouth, and they give you the information about both of those and some more plants. So the next app I'm discussing is Google's Expeditions. This is actually intended for use in the classroom or with an adult leader and children explorers. It is only intended for use by students ages 7 and up, so that does limit for the younger elementary school grades. But it's mainly a concern of how long they're staring at these bright screens close to their eyes. So they do recommend that you take frequent breaks while using these, which is a good idea. Once you hit I accept, a few different introductory pages will come up, and the one that was most applicable to this was the Learn and Explore Expeditions are virtual field trips where school buses can't go. So when you hit Learn More, it tells you more about those options. And within Google Expeditions, the way that it works is that you are either a guide or an explorer. So you are only able to select the Explorer option if someone has already been a guide, selected guide, and is in your proximity. So I was not able to show the Explorer view, but I will show you the guide view in 1 second. But there's also another introductory video that shows an example classroom where students pull the viewfinder to their eyes, and then it immerses you in whatever world they're exploring, and then they pull it away, and you can see all their classmates looking around the classroom as well. So the Google expedition that I looked at was Aztec and Mayan ruins, personal interest of mine. So when you select the expedition, this again is from the leader's perspective. It tells you how many scenes there are, and then you can swipe up, and it'll show you the first scene. And when you click the play button, it will turn into this pause button, and it'll say now guiding, and it will start the exploration for the explorers. And then this information you can read to the explorers to provide them with information, and then every scene has questions that go with the information. So you can use these as an assessment for your students to see if they're paying attention, or you can have students write up short answers to these questions, depending on their age, their skill level, what you're trying to get out of this. And then each scene will have a couple of points of interest, which students will see identified by this little icon, but you'll have additional information. You have additional information about each of those points of interest, and then when you're done with a scene, you swipe to the right, and then the next one will pop up. And if students don't want to continue exploring that, you can leave it on that scene, and when you want to move on to the next scene for introduction, you hit play, and this play button will turn into a pause again. So the next app I'm talking about is Sketchfab Virtual Reality. So Sketchfab is a little bit different than the others because this is entirely animated. So all of these scenes and interactive items were designed by different people. So they have places which are navigated similar to the ones I've already discussed. They have animals and creatures, which are different perspectives you can see. You can walk around virtually these different items. They have game worlds and cultural heritage. Game worlds are, again, like places. Cultural heritage is art and artifacts that are similar to the view for animals and creatures. Awesome Vehicles has a similar exploratory view for walking around like the animals, and then Science and Education is the one that I'll look at now. So when you select Science and Education, it will just start taking you through different models of things. So this first view will pop up that tells you how to navigate. So for this for the science and education part of Sketchfab, you can shift to different points of view around the objects. So you aim your viewfinder at the little orange circles, and then you click to move to that point. So when the navigation menu disappears, you can see this person's wall from the direct front. You can move a little bit closer, and then this is the side view that I moved to. You can see that small white circle again that indicates where your view is selected. So if I wanted to go to the far side, I would have just moved my viewfinder to the right a little bit and clicked on that far circle. And then when you're done viewing a specific model, you aim the viewfinder down to your feet, where your feet are in real life, and then this small menu will appear, and you can select next model, and it will bring you to the next one. So the one that was after, a few after this person, had a human heart that was actually beating and rotating, and then a small skull. And you could shift your view to be a little bit closer to one or the other, and then when I was done, I aimed it back down towards my feet, and the menu appeared again, so I could move to the next model. So this is really nice if you're looking for a specific item that you want to illustrate to students, or you want them to explore a specific concept visually. And then the final app that I'll talk about is Discovery Virtual Reality, which is by the Discovery Channel. So when you open the app, it has a bunch of different options listed. Discovery VR is similar to the 360-degree YouTube videos, that are offered, in that it's not interactive per se, but it still is immersive, and you can experience a unique environment. This doesn't need to be led, so this could be like a center that students go to explore on their own. If you pull up in this menu, you can select by different categories, but I chose Protecting Pandas because it seemed interesting. And when you open it up, it gives you a little video of a baby panda, and it's very interesting. You can look around, and when you shift your viewfinder, it shifts as though you were standing right next to this panda. A little introductory scene comes up, and even that is still manipulatable within the 3D view. And then it shifts to showing different baby pandas, and they're just moving and living their life, and you can look down at the baby panda and the mama panda, and different panda facts will pop up as you're going. So it's sort of the next step up from those live video camera streams that zoos often offer, in that you can turn 360 degrees to see what the environment is like for the pandas, and also it provides those additional facts for educational purposes. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for listening. Again, I have a link to that handout with all of the apps that I discussed and additional resources. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you for your time.